Hi and welcome to my channel. Alright, so this is Math Persona, so I want to get started on some basic topics today. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so we have, let's say we have 0.75. And I want to change this into both a fraction and I want it as a percentage. So today is all about transforming decimals. So I have 0.75 now. Let's go back and review our basics. So we have to go back before we can actually solve the problem. We have to know what place values are. So what are place values? The first question you want to ask yourself are, what are place values? So place values, we have, let's say we have this number, 0.75. The first spot after the decimal is the tenths place, and the second number is the hundredths place. So do you see where this is going? We have tenths, hundredths. The thing is, after the decimal, they end in the th sound. So as I keep going, so imagine what the next number would be. So let's go ahead and put a 0 placeholder here for today. I have tenths, hundredths, so this is going to be, we do 10, 100, and then 1,000, the next 0 that you're going to put. So this is the thousandths place. Then you have the next place, and it becomes self-explanatory after that, then it's the 10,000ths place. So each time I'm going up, I'm adding a 0 at the end of my number 1. That's what's happening. Alright, so now let's look here. But of course our decimal ends right here at the 0.75. Alright, so 0.75, this ends in the hundredths place. And since it ends in the hundredths place, then it's out of 100. So I can write this as a fraction. It's 7 out of 100. 75 out of 100, sorry. Alright, so because it ends in the hundredths place. Now, this is not your final answer when you're being asked a question. You want to simplify this fraction right here, the 75 over 100. So I can change that. Again, let's use how to simplify fractions. What number goes into 75 and what number goes into 100? You're looking for the greatest common factor. So you have to simplify using the greatest common factor. Now, what's the greatest common factor that goes into 75 and 100? It's 25. So I will divide by 25. This, I encourage you to review your multiplication tables. Right? So 75 divided by 25 is 3. 100 divided by 25 is 4. And this is the simplest it can be. So if you already know you used the greatest common factor, then you're pretty much set to go. Okay, so this would be your final answer for the fraction part. Now you want it as a percentage. Now, my man, changing this into a percentage, this is going to be kind of cool. It's going to be simple. So we get 0.75, bring that back. Now what you're doing is you're basically multiplying 0.75 by 100. Percentage means out of 100. Right? Percentage means out of 100. So I'm writing it down so that you can also see what it says, in case you didn't catch what I said. Percentage means out of 100. This is the key word right here, out of 100. So if you want to change a decimal to a percentage, all you do is you multiply it by 100. 0.75 times 100. And you get 75. Now look what happens. Now there's this rule that we all say that happens, or you might have heard, right? Well, by all I mean the mathematicians. We have 0.75, right? Now look what happens. All I did was I moved this to the right, the decimals to the right 2 spaces. That's all that happened. So to skip the times 100 step and then trying to do it by hand, we just moved the decimal space to the right twice. So it's 1, 2, and you still get your same answer, which is 75. So it's 75. Now reminder that this is a percentage, so you will have to put your percentage sign right next to it. So it's 75%. Oops, sorry, went over it a little bit. Let me erase that and then I'll box my answer. So again, box your answers. Try to be neat when you do the math. Do what your teacher asks you to, but I hope this video helped you in finding a fraction and a percentage. Alright, changing decimals from a fraction to a percent. And thank you, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel.